Kinemaster.
Hey, welcome back to Mastering Kinemaster. So today I am going to show you an incredibly useful and simple technique, maybe one of the easiest tutorials I've ever done. So I always wanted to have for my pictures in pictures an outline or maybe a drop shadow, and it wasn't in there for pictures in pictures, and I found it. It's hidden. It's in the adjustments. Now, you have to have the version of Kinemaster that has adjustments in it, but if you do, you're going to be able to do this super easily. So remember, if you like my content, please like and subscribe, and then follow me on the other side for this really, really useful and easy technique. See you over there.
I've got a sample project here that I'm adding a clip in the background that's just a little video of a lake because, as often is, we're using layers to do the work that we're going to do. So we want to add a layer on top of this that's our picture in picture, and you can use either a video or an image, but I'm going to use this image of a one-way street sign. So I've placed that there. It's important with this technique to do the stroke or the drop shadow at the very last. Do all of your movement or setting your time frames or putting your in animations or doing cropping. So I'm doing that. I'm going to do some in animation. I'm going to add a little bit there. I'm going to add an out animation, do that to it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and crop this. So there we go, and make it smaller. So it crops, it's going to have a good drop shadow on it. And then we go ahead and I am going to position this. And what I just want to make sure you understand is all of this should be done and set before you try and apply the shadow. So now we are ready to add the shadow or the stroke. What we do is we go to the three dots and duplicate this layer. What we're going to do is we're going to change the colors of this layer using the adjustment properties, and we are going to actually make it either white or black, and I'm going to show you how right now. And so you've got your two sliders that you need to do this. You can use your brightness slider first, and you can either, to make it black, you go to -100, or to make it white, you go to +100. Now I'm going to show you how to fill it out and make it pure black and white by going down to the one down here, which is gain further down. All the way up to 100 is pure white, and all the way to the other side would be pure black. And now we've got this ready to be the white border, so let's go ahead and go to the three dots, and we're going to send this backwards behind the original picture. So there we go, and send backwards. And now what we want to do is we want to stretch it a bit. All right, so just pull on the corner, stretch it, move it around, replace it, reposition it, and it'll usually snap to about the right place. You could be as perfect with this as you want to your heart's content. I like it here, and so there we go. We have a white stroke outline on our picture right now. Looks pretty good to me. However, let me show you how to change it to black as well. So we go back into the adjustment, and we go down and we turn the brightness. And this is an interesting thing, is you can play with all of these sliders and make the border kind of a fun color. It's always going to have a piece of your image in it. But so for now, that's not what I want to go with, and I'm actually going to change it. You could change the saturation, you could do play with it to your heart's content, but let's go ahead and make it black. And so now we have a black outline. In this particular picture, I liked the white one better. But we use the black background as a start point to make our drop shadow, so let's do that. So now I go into the cropping menu, I turn the mask on, and I like the rounded rectangle shape. So we go there, but the real magic happens by feathering it. So I'm turning it up to 34, maybe bigger for a larger sized image. And now when we go here, we pick up the shadow and move it to a direction of your choice. I like it to the bottom right and pull it out by some pixels so you can see the drop shadow behind it. Now we let go and it looks like a great drop shadow. So I just want to show you something here, is that as we scroll back and forth in the movie, you're going to see that the drop shadow fades in and out at the same time as the picture does, which is why I recommended making all of your motion and all of your cropping in advance so that the shadow that you've identically copied has all of these properties. It's my recommendation, since it's so easy to do the shadow, that if you want to make changes to the way the image moves or anything like that, just delete the shadow and redo it. It only takes a couple of more seconds. So there you have it. I hope that you like this technique. I was so happy to find out I could do this. I've always wanted to have it, and now I do. So I hope that you enjoyed as much as I did.
Well, I hope that made things easy for that type of time that you want that. I know a lot of people do. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, if you have a suggestion for an idea that you want me to do a video on, I often do them by leaving it in the comments below. Otherwise, remember to like and subscribe, and then get out there and make some really cool stuff with the very best mobile video editing platform, Kinemaster, and I will see you the next time.
Kinemaster.